So you may be surprised to see this thing.
This will be the last time they see it, though.
Last
right?
time. So it's taken us 2.5 months of aggravation to get this miserable pile of Bavarian motor workings to behave.
Yeah.
So first off, when we were throwing an engine in it, we put an engine in it, we couldn't get any of the fan osses to function, we couldn't figure out what we'd done wrong. We spent hours until me and Terry finally figured it that the van osses didn't work beforehand. So there's an expensive relay control module in there, and it was feeding current to one van os but not the other. So after ordering that, clipping that in, and a load of faffing around, that made the van osses work.
We thought that was it.
So we prepared it for an MOT, didn't we?
We did.
The fog lamp was out.
Yeah.
So we went to change the fog lamp bulb, realising that you have to take the entire back bumper off to change the fog lamp bulb. Did that. Got you to check the rest of the lights, and you were like, the headlights are working. I went to take it for an MOT. No passenger side headlight.
No,
It's like, Fudge, I was like, Fudge, you're an idiot, the lights don't work. And they were like, they did. And I was like, yeah. Well, they did. So we bought some Bi-Xenon bulbs, thinking we checked the charge thingies, they both work. The charger off this side, and we thought, it's going to be the bulbs. Put some bulbs in. Nope. Thought it'll be the charge module. Nope. For the side headlight control module. Nope. Then thought, right. Looked in the headlight, and all the wiring had fell apart, and all the sheathing had fell off.
Yeah. It's arcing out everywhere.
Yeah. So then took the whole front off. Got another headlight, made one headlight out of two, because the other one was much better than the one we got.
Exactly.
£595 for a second-hand headlight for a 55-plate BMW.
Disgusting.
So we made one headlight out of two. Then it still didn't work.
Yeah.
So then we bought another module.
Yeah.
And then it worked.
And it worked.
So we put the front on it.
Yeah.
Then we took it for an MOT, which it passed beautifully. So then we thought, right, we had to the air conditioning was degassed when we took it apart. So we said to the MOT station, you have the air conditioning gassing equipment. Can you regas the gas the air conditioning after you've MOT'd it? Passed an MOT beautifully, straight through the emissions, lovely. Paul phoned me up, he said, I've gassed your air conditioning. He said, but he's pooped oil all over my floor. Didn't have an oil leak during the MOT.
No.
Anyway, so then we got it, because we weren't quite sure where it was leaking from this front corner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we went down there to get it, checked the oil level. It hadn't lost much.
No.
Fired it up, expecting to have it recovered, to find it didn't leak no oil.
No.
No. So we crept it home, took it all apart, couldn't find oil leak. Then we found oil leak because the oil pressure switch decided that it no longer wanted to be part of the chat, but it likes to leak every now and again.
Yeah, I think what happened was once it filled the wiring loom up to that certain level,
it couldn't get any more out.
Couldn't get any more out, so it's just blah.
So anyway, then we stripped it all apart again, and we have just changed the oil pressure switch. That has cured the oil leak.
No more leaky.
And apart from the fact that we did have some smoking issues, because when the original engine had died, it filled the cat and the exhaust silencer up on this side full of oil, which has taken some getting out. It still needs a bit more driving, because it needs driving hard and getting hot. So every now and again, when you leave it ticking over, it wafts blue smoke out of one side and then stops. But we've had it all back apart to check that wasn't anything else broken, and it isn't. So it's going to leave.
Yes.
We had to buy some more tyres, didn't we? Because we had the wheels repaired.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We sent the wheels off after the competition had ended, because we were running behind to have them refurb. The tyre wheel refurb people stripped the wheels all off, tyres all off, didn't they? Which were fine. Then phoned us up, said the wheels are cracked, we're not doing it. So then we got my mate Yarno to cut all the wheels out, groove them, weld them up, machine them. They were lovely. Then we painted them, and then we went and put the tyres back on to find the wheel refurb people had ruined 3 of the 4 run flats and torn all the sidewalls out of them. They're not cheap.
No.
Yeah. So the 2 back tyres are a replacement, and one of the front ones is. And then, apart from some aggravation with the rear brake sensor, because that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So we fixed that finally.
We fixed that
because he kept moaning about the fact that the brakes had fell out of it when they were brand new, and so were the sensors.
New brakes. It just doesn't want to leave, does it?
You know, it can go. It's going. It's going. Simon is dropping it off next week. Tony, I say. And I mean, Tony's quite, and he said, that thing's like the gift that just keeps on giving, isn't it? And I was like, I said, without being rude, he said, don't worry, I'm expecting it. Fine, thank you very much. Yes. It's an aging V8 BMW. Anyway, we have one other thing that we need to remember to do, because my brain... So a nice lady called Amanda contacted me and has asked me to wish her husband, Matt... I've got the things right, haven't I?
You have.
I have, because I'm terrible at getting people's names wrong. Matt from Brackley. It's his 59th birthday today for this video.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Happy birthday. And it's also their wedding anniversary.
Happy anniversary,
So he may have made this video if he's remembered that it's their wedding anniversary and bought some flowers. Otherwise...
You've just dropped him in it.
Well, otherwise he's now on mad full panic and off to Tesco's or Sainsbury's or somewhere on a Sunday that sells flowers. So happy birthday, Matt.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Happy wedding anniversary, and hopefully you've remembered, otherwise you're going to be in trouble. Right, I will knit this into the Sunday video that I haven't quite done yet, because it's Friday.
It's Friday.
And we're running behind.
We are.
Yeah. We're always running behind. So I'm going to come up with some brilliance tomorrow. You won't be here tomorrow, and we're not having the discussion about you fixing your car, because that just...
I'm fixing one of them.
No, it's not an excuse. I don't care about the other one. I care about the one that's parked in the back of my workshop over there in the way. That everyone on here goes, he's doing his Capri. No, he doesn't. No, you tell him. You tell him to get on with it. Get on with it. It's over there. Get on with it. Get on with it. Ta-da! May not have seen it for a few weeks. Let me just grab my microphone, which is there, so that we get our sound levels right. I shall plug myself in. So, you won't have seen the Talbot Horizon for a little while, due to the fact that finding the bits, because as you will see, we have suspension this side, as you know, but no suspension that side. So, I'll go and grab boxes. Going to need boxes and a knife, I reckon. Knife is over there and the boxes are here too. So, first acquisition was this. So this was advertised on eBay. So everyone told me to find a certain person that did Talbot bits, which I hadn't got to yet. I hadn't got to doing the searching for stuff part of it. How do we get that out of there? Don't know. Let's go catch just randomly hacking it in half. Out injuring yourself. Put the life lock on so that you don't really injure yourself, and then see if you can get this out of here. So I found this on eBay, because over there, out the way, thank you, which is a genuine new old stock Talbot Horizon front wing. Not that this wing is particularly bad, but the bottom bit down there has fell off. So I'm yet to decide whether I use this as a repair panel for repairing the bit down the bottom, so that I don't lose the nice patinaed paint. So we have genuine new old stock wing. When the fella I bought the wing off sent me an email, said they were having a bit of trouble with parcel force. Sorry, it was a bit slow, and I said no worries at all. We weren't in any great rush, because to be honest, the front torsion bar is carroted off this side, and I couldn't find one anywhere, so it wasn't going anywhere. So he emailed me back and said, what model of car have you got? And I was like, a B-Reg 1.5. I think he phoned me and left me a message, actually. We rang him back. He said, a B-Reg 1.5 LS Auto Talbot Horizon. He was like, right. So 3 days later, I was going to go and get this. Nice man phoned me back up and said, got a brand new old stock torsion bar for that. I was like, have you now? So anyway, so what we did, as you will see, it's from Angel Motors. What a lovely, lovely fella. They do Talbot, Peugeot and all sorts of other random stuff, new old stock bits. So he said, give me a bit of time, I'll route it out and we'll chuck it in. Just throw that over there. We'll chuck it in the same box as your wing. So there is the correct Talbot Horizon torsion bar. Genuine. So what we need to do, so that we can test on the Talbot Horizon further, is fit that. So that's what we're going to attempt to do now. Let's get her so she's not listing badly. I have this headlight new. And then I need to put all the air filters and bits back on because it's holding coolant. It has the brakes. They're not very good because one line works, one line doesn't, but that'll be fine. That's 2 brakes out of the 4. And then see if it drives any sense and if it's actually any good before we go any further and waste a load of time and money on it, trying to get it up as a starting of the merchandise website price. Get where we're coming from here. So what we need to do is get in here and figure out how that looks pretty simple to change. It looks like it is just sort of slotted in the back. So I reckon the best place to start obviously would be jacking it up so that ooh, old man kneeling mat. Jacking it up on its jacking point, which is there. It's actually structurally sound. You heard it here first. And then figure out how the hell to change this torsion bar. So I think wheel off, give us better access. I'll get some jack stands in a minute. You can hear her groaning there as the relief of not being listing really badly. So that wheel off the floor. Are they? Oh, they are posh plastic caps. Try not to lose them. Going to need a whopping great big whacker gun. Whopping great big whacker gun. $19 or $17? $19, proper car. Straighten that up a bit. Well, I'm waving a torch because I don't need it at current. Ooh, look at that. I mean, someone definitely had the newness out of that. Jesus. Right, I need to put the spare on. I'll find a tyre. Assess on the brakes. Oh, we have brake pads. And the discs have cleaned up quite nicely. So, let's put that off there, that'll be fine. I need to get some front shock absorbers, but we have inner structure. Brake lines are hanging in there, they might. God, I might need a bit of replacing. Rubber boots, yes. Oh, the anti-roll bar links, they have left the chat. Yeah, they're gone. Yeah. Not through wear, they've just biodegraded. So I think what we need to do is find an anti-roll bar thing. You're talking out of my arse. We need to find a jack stand, prop her up, and then we're going to have to scooch under there to assess how that or that comes out so I can replace it with that. Oh yeah, that's working brilliantly. It's even got a hole in the inner wing so you can turn the crankshaft. That's when things were made properly. I've spent all morning, I've put the injectors in the hateful T5 out the front. Because I don't like T5s. I know some people do, that's fine, you can like your T5s. I don't like transporters. And just everything on a transporter is difficult. So I thought, I'll put the injectors in, and they're mechanical injectors on electromechanical injectors on a 2.5 T5 TDI. It's a mouthful and a half, isn't it? And you have to set, it was a dial gauge, obviously the cam travel. So they've got like a rocker, and then the rocker's pushing on a pump on the injector. And the rocker arm is obviously got an adjustable tappet type thing on it, so you need to wind them off, get the rocker arm to the point where it is to its maximum travel using a dial gauge, turning the engine, and then basically there's a degree of, so you screw the the adjuster down till the injector bottoms out, and then let it back off 180 degrees, as far as I can remember. That's not difficult at all. Got the dial gauge, got there. It's like, how the bloody hell do I turn this transporter engine over? Now, of course, this is a T5 transporter, so there is no way of really turning it over because it's automatic, so you can't turn it with a gearbox. You can't get on the crankshaft on the end because there's no drive pulley or anything, so you have to take the stupid cover plate off. Why Volkswagen didn't make it with a removable hole in the middle of it, I do not know. It looks like it's got a removable hole in it, but we all know it hasn't. If you're on a Touareg, it's quite easy because you can take it off. But you can't on a Volkswagen T5 because it's so tight against the chassis leg, you have to spend hours with cut-down tools, which I've done. And then realising that you don't quite know what you did with your drive clipping thing that goes in the end of it, or you might not have one, so we had to order that off Amazon, so I've given up with transportering. I've had enough today. So I'm Talboting instead. So fixing Talbots is better than fixing Volkswagen transporters, like transporters. After that moan, I'm going to go and get a jack stand now. Oh, once I finally got back up again. Jack stand. What bloody hell have I done with that? I got like 150 of them. I don't know how they managed to sprout legs and disappear all the time in their axle stands. There must be 20 here. If you wanted a big one, you couldn't find it. I found all the big ones. I want one to go under a Talbot. Can't find one to go under a bloody Talbot because they've all disappeared. What is going on? There's loads of them. They're everywhere. They're probably all under something, aren't they? Going back over here. Best thing, I mean, the amount of time wasted in workshops going around in circles looking for stuff that you should be able to find and you can't. I had 3 earlier on this week. They were red. I've got blue ones, red ones. I've got silver ones too. I do not know where they have gone. Right, we're going for the crappy old silver ones that are over here. Didn't want to use them because they're a bit crap, but they'll do. Because all the automatic adjusting jack stands have disappeared. Sure, Fudge had one the other day. Don't blame your employees for your failings. Well, can we get that somewhere under? Oh, I'll have to go up some more. More effort. Right. Oh, yes, beautiful. Right, so now the best thing to go and do is lie under here and look at it. Then we're going to come out, drink tea. Then we're going on the time lapses. You can come down here and join me on the floor while I figure out. Actually, if I get a can of squirty oil while I'm at it, I can lubricate on what looks necessary while we're under it. Where is the thingy that holds? Oh, there it is. Right. Lubricating. That's broken. So that must go in the end of there then. Why do you have this feeling that that's not going to want to come out of there? Is it? It's got I'm not going to want to come out of there written all over it, hasn't it? And ooh, I've rusted in the end of there. Written all over it as well. Oh, I love my life some days. Wake up in the morning thinking, what can I spend 10 hours wasting my time on today? So is that just purely in a big square hole in there? Is that the wrong torsion bar? Don't know. One way to find out, I know you can't see anything, is to undo it, isn't it? My, that brake line is bad. That's going to need changing. Yep, I can feel the whacker gunners coming on as we speak. I'm going under there with me. That looks like a sensible place to put that. But it's not rusty. And it's a bit, it's got some frilliness going on. Well, that frilliness is not proper rust. That's just frilliness. Ew. tea drinking. Bring on the whacker gun. So for all of you people who were shouting at me a minute ago, the axle stand I wanted was there. Was disguised by a chair, which I've moved over there after I'd used the axle stand I didn't want to use, to find the one that was blatantly obvious to you guys but totally invisible to me because it was behind stuff. So we are now going down here. I'm going to show you what I've got to try and undo before I put you on the time lapses and undo it. I'm going to go gingerly clamber under a Talbot at speed, making groany noises. Oh my lord. Right. So, you will see there, that is the end. That's the torsion bar tensioner. That is the torsion bar, and if we go a bit further, you will see why it is no longer doing the torsion barring, because it is broken. So in theory, it's got a square end on it, so it's got to be sort of square endable in that hole there. You can see the frilliness, but that is not rust, that is frilliness. And then we need to get this undone. I'm probably going to have to take that with the remnants of the torsion bar that's in front of it, because it won't want to come out of there because it's been in there since 1985. Thank you, Silver Lake forklift driving man. That was really good of you. It's not the good forklift driving man because he's moved on somewhere else. It was one of the other ones. So stay nameless and unblamed. Right, I'm going to whack a gun on the end of that there, and hopefully that will come out. Hopefully. Ta-da! So after using varying degrees of mechanical subtlety, it's got a retaining clip on the back of it, then you take that out, beat it lots till it goes backwards and forwards, left and right, it does the swinginess, beat it some more that way, and then it falls out. And then it is basically that square, that sort of six-sided end is now stuck in there, and obviously then the other end of this is stuck in a suspension lower on. So we're going to go and take this over there on a bench, use some more mechanical subtlety to eject this bit I don't want from this bit I do. And then once we're finished with mechanical subtlety, we'll have to use some more over there on the other end to get it out. And as you can see, it's broken. So, advice, bright light, bright light, bright light, bright light. You'll have fun with it, bright light. This isn't the Gremlins. Need to knock that bit off of this bit. This bit is done, that bit we need to save on. So lubrication is always key. It might not do anything, but as the great saying says, things are greasy, go easy. So basically we're going to gingerly notice the gentle tappings on the end of it. Try not to break it. Does it sound like it's doing anything? No. Got to try not to break it. Obviously, one would assume that it is a lump of cast. We should swing it round a bit, beat on the other side of it, equally beating it. Otherwise, we might be able to try the boiling it alive with the gas torch trick. See if that swells her up a bit to get her out. That might have been a pitch change, you know. Was I dreaming? I think I might have been dreaming, but I cannot see no movement. Right. Bring on the flames. Now, obviously, this wouldn't be a good idea if you wanted to keep this torsion bar to heat it with an oxyacetylene torch. Won't hurt that bit. This is spring steel, so if you want, we've got a new torsion bar or a good torsion bar stuck on one of these, don't do this. This torsion bar is technically a very good ground spike, or a long sharp chisel, but it's not much good for doing what it's supposed to be doing. Go on, just be nice to me, just fall off. It's a Saturday. Why do you have to be an arse? Gas torch. Right, flame in a bottle. If you do other versions of this, you can get flame in a can too. Oh, you can also get cooked up round everything where you didn't want to be hooked up round, so you have to spend ages faffing around getting, yep, right. Notice we are on this small, sensible gas torch, not the one for cutting holes in the side of a QE2. I'm going to go at this sensibly. You heard it, sensibly. After setting fire to everything around me. What's going on there? I've not run out of gas. We haven't run out of gas, so I'm going to turn the regulator down. Commence boiling on it. We're going to be stuck in the end of it. Ooh, flames. Yeah, I know that was that penetrating oil I put in there a minute ago. Exciting stuff, this, isn't it? I mean, what else would you be doing with your Sunday afternoon? Those jobs the missus wanted you to do, you don't want to be doing them. Mine's decided I need to put shelves up. Well, I wouldn't mind so much if I hadn't just put some shelves up. Decided that she liked the shelves I put up last time, so she's bought some more. And that was a stupid idea, wasn't it? Obviously for me putting them up. And I don't understand why the point of shelves. I just put stuff on it to look at. And I put shelves up to put useful stuff on. Right. Ooh. Possibility of some movement there. That was not the correct way to turn the gas torch off, but we're not worrying about that now. It's got flashback arresters. Or I completely pile that up in a heap and make it useless and unusable. Let's turn it round a bit. Otherwise we're going to have to try quenching on it in a minute, see if that separates it. I don't think that has moved an inch. I'm hitting it back the other way. Oh, it is moving. I think we are winning. Oh, yes. Look at that go. Now, what you got to remember to do now is not be a complete numpty and grab hold of the hot end bit when it falls off. So make sure there's nothing you can set fire to around it when it falls off too. Health and safety and all that. There she goes. Right. Let's try and tap that somewhere where it doesn't instantly burst into flames. Ta-da! Throw that out there so you don't grab hold of it because it'll be really hot. Did that bit survive? Yes! Yes! Right. So I think that was a success. It's a bit flat on one side and it's hot, but it'll be fine. So basically, we have got to repeat this procedure down here in a slightly more flamey explosive environment where the heat gassy torch could be quite exciting. So, that's not to bore you all to death, and the fact that this could be quite exciting if I have to heat on that there, which is covered in oil and spider's webs and petrol and stuff. I'm just going to crack on and do it. And if you never see the end to this video, you know it went horribly wrong. There was a massive explosion and I no longer exist. Or it's just going to pull out of there beautifully, because this one's got a rubber cap over the end of it. I'm not feeling confident. So I'll either be back in 20 minutes time after having pulled it out really easily, back in an hour and a half's time after boiled it alive with an oxyacetylene torch whilst trying not to set fire to a car, or I won't be back at all because this has been my last video and I'll be done. Whichever way it ends, we might see you in a minute, we might not.
A few moments later.
Ooh, ooh. Now, you may be glad to know, possibly not all you long-suffering wives who get fed up with listening to me. Obviously we do have long-suffering husbands as well. Using the flaming explosiveness, that came out. The car didn't catch fire and nothing exploded. So in theory, I reckon if we grease on that, we're to a point where we can put this, well not this because this is boogered. Let me just shuffle over here. Put this in my Talbot and then we very possibly have suspension on all four corners. Thank you very much, matey from Angel Motors. Much appreciated. So another dog ground spike or something if you needed, or a chisel, isn't it? Sharpen that up, you ain't going to break that. You a nice bit of spring steel. Right, greasing, chucking back together. Might see if it's possible to get the remnants of this rather sick and sorry looking rubber boot over the end of there. I think she is probably. Ooh. Yeah, I'll go and look and see if we've got some drive shaft for some steering rack boots that might possibly do it. Onward. Right, so we've lined it all up. We're going for gold. Where's my torch? I have to take that bit, cool it down, clean it out, grease the end of it, find a new rubber boot. All I've got to do is now is figure out how you reassemble it all. I think I may need to undo on that big nut just there. More whack-a-dack gunning. So that should slide just, no, back through there, you numpty, go through that hole, yes. Make sure that is in the correct place before we wedge it all in there and then it doesn't fit. Just wedge it in there and then walk around it afterwards. Like that. Look at that, that is beautiful. Oh, it's like it was made for the job. Right, hammer. Oh. Let's just gently tap that into space. Space. fitting perfectly. What do you reckon that looks like? That does look like a 21mm, 22mm nut. It's in the metrics because it is a European car. Let's go for 21 and 22 and the 19 and that for doing it back up again. Shriek, I'm about to use a silver socket on a wacky gun because I'm not going all the way over there to get the proper one. Oh yeah, that's going to fit lovely, isn't it? I'm going to have to do it manually. Oh, that is upsetting. I'm going to have to get back up and go and get a ratchet. Oh, for Christ's sake. No, that's all right. Nice and free. Right, there's the bit I want for the end of it. Just there. I want that. That. See the professionalism going on here, people. That needs to be beaten on there. Yep, no, that's too late. I want to be there. Oh, that's not where I want to be, is it? That's way off. Go round one. There. Could be there, I suppose. That's adjustability. What have I got left in that? Oh, enough, probably enough. Not sure about that. Perhaps that is enough adjustability. You can always adjust it, can't we? Right. Go through the hole. I detect I may possibly have swelled that out a bit by beating it earlier. There may be a bit of... Perhaps I need to take the multi-spline bit off the end. Perhaps that would be a more shockingly professional way of doing it. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to do that. Right, I'm going to need to do a bit more engineering because what I need, and that hadn't occurred to me, is to knock that bit out of there. Once I've knocked that bit out of there, I can put this arm on wherever I like it. Right, so after a bit more battering, that's that bit off, and then that leaves this bit so I can set the torsion bar wherever I want it. That hadn't occurred to me before, so I need to tap this bit back in the end of here, wherever I like. Where's my hammer? Did I take my hammer? No, I didn't take my hammer with me over there, did I? Reckon I did. Honestly. amount of daily exercise I get. Right, tap that back in there. Ah, like a glove. Beautiful. Just scooch underneath here. Refit the clip that holds it on. Not lie on everything that I need to put it back together with. Oh, I've got some frilliness in my eye. I've not hit that in enough. Don't get fallout smack me on the head. Go clean that up a bit so it goes in easier. Right, now I've got cleaned that up, made it about 3,000 degrees so you can't hold on to it. Second time lucky. Ow, hot, 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 hot. Seems to be being a day of hot. Oh yes, that was what it needed. Beautiful. The old. It's a little bit of tapping out, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. That's the one. Oh. Perfect. Excuse the belly shots, but I'm not quite as svelte as I used to be. Hang on, I'll try and cover it up. Got to get around to going on a diet. Too many costas and sausage rolls, you know. It could get really annoying in a minute and start trying to sell you all those dietary, health-based food stuff. I've been resisting the temptations for people keep trying to get me to sell people things. I find it quite annoying most of the time on most videos when they're trying to sell me some food shit I didn't want. But maybe I ought to join the party rather than not. Right, you're getting somewhere. So I'm going to need some more greasy stuff. And then I'll set it up, tap it on, do it up, car fixed. Well, apart from that bloody awful tyre, which we may be able to find a replacement for. So I need to be that way up, with that in there, like that. This in here, like that. And then sort of line that up with me there, like that. Getting all this. I mean, I know you can't even see it, but it isn't terribly exciting. So, not that spline. I think that one. Yes, right, greasing. Right, what I've got to do now is find me hammer again, which I've lost. It's behind my head. And just drive that home gingerly. Look at that. Beautiful. So you in there. Yep. Right. Ooh. I've found some muscles I'd forgot I got. Gently yakka it up. Gently, he said gently, gently, gently. Oh, yes, gently. Obviously, there will be height adjustments for this because they look about evenly matched. We'll see what she looks like. So, in theory, I'm going to sling the awful front tyre back on just for a moment. We'll go down there. And then we're going to see what she looks like with proper suspension. And then I'm going to find a tyre. Have you got it all? I've got it all. I know what I'm doing. You may think I don't, but I do. Right, so we discovered, after disappearing under the back of the car, that we have a brand new... I don't think it's got the date code, has it? Perhaps it has. Oh, 7th month of 2011. Someone put some new tyres on it. So this one was hiding under the back. So it's a little bit crispy. Just refresh on it there a minute. Just to make sure we don't lower the quality of the vehicle. We'll put this one on. Have you seen it's even got the tyre sticker on it? It's a Falcon. What I might do is swap this tyre over onto that wheel and put a tyre on this one at some point because this rim is a bit, doesn't quite keep up the rest of them. But it will do for car testing purposes. I can just feel all the suspension coming on now. She'll sit right. Gonna look proper. Don't break that bumper corner because you'll never find another one. Right, we need the big whacker gun. Nothing more dangerous than a Milwaukee in the hand of an idiot. Right. You're ready for the grand moment. We need to remove the axle stand that I had to have because I couldn't find the axle stand that I wanted, but that was over there. We're going to gently... Oh dear, no, we're going to need some more torsion in than that, aren't we? Going to need some fine adjustment. Right, we've put much more torsioning in the torsion bar. It's going to need a bit more than that, isn't it? Let me whack it up some more. So basically, I had to jack on it and then put the bolt in and then torsion on it. So I'm wondering if the other side one's a bit weak as well. Because she don't really want to come up much in the world, does she? Let's give it some more torsion. It's about even. Gently does it. How much more torsion do you want? Are we going to disappear into an arch? That's better. like. I'll be sitting level. It's a bit squishy. So we're sort of flat across there on that one. I reckon we might be there. I think we've got a car with suspension. Fine adjustments may need to be made, because it does look a little nose heavy. But anyway, that is a Talbot Horizon with suspension. That's working nicely. Might hurt from some shock absorbers, let's be honest. Well, after adjusting both sides, that's much better. So what have we got to do next? Put the air filter back on, probably change the oil, replace some brake lines, and then we can go give it a road test, check fluids and stuff. But that's not today. That'll do for today. If you haven't bought a ticket for a W202, you can see in the background with some stupid turbos on it, with a stupid turbo on it and a load of silly fuel injectors, and it'd be like a missile. Please do. The Clio is drawing this evening, but this evening would have been last night by the time you watch this. So if you won the Clio, do remember we're just waiting on the wheel arch. That's all's holding us back. But I'm not giving you a bogged up rubbish Clio, I'm giving you a good one, because that's what we do. So thank you very much. Ow. There is no Fudge. He's at home working on a Celica because his exhaust fell off. 6D diesels. We'll see you Wednesday.